Hello, hi everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. So guys, I'm Surya Angelia Brian. You can call me Angel. I'm from 2C class. In this video, I would like to explain a material in the basic grammar course, which is conditional sentence. A conditional sentence is a type of sentence that states a condition and the outcome of that condition occurring. Conditional sentences are made up of a dependent clauses and an independent clauses joined to express said condition. In short, a conditional sentence used to expresses a condition that can only happen if something else occur and almost begin with if, but some conditional clauses might begin with when. A conditional sentence is only a conditional sentence if it has both of these parts. Okay, for example, if I save enough, I can go on vacation. The dependent clause from this sentence is if I save enough. If I save enough as the condition, and it is the dependent clauses. The independent clause is I can go on vacation. I can go on vacation as the result, and it is the independent clause. So, this dependent clause describes the condition that occur and the independent clause describes the result of the condition that occur. There are a few different kinds of conditional sentence in English. Here is a brief outline of each kind. In conditional sentence, there are four types. There are type 0, type 1, type 2, and type 3. I will discuss it one by one. A zero conditional sentence is a sentence that expresses a fact or simple implication and used two facts which are generally true or scientific facts. The conditional always has same result. The dependent clause of the zero conditional begins with if or when. The independent clause of the zero conditional begins with the simple present tense or imperative verb tense. For example, if you stand in the rain, you get wet. If you hit ice, it melts. If you stare at the sun, your eyes damage. Zero conditional statement express conditions that are always true and the conclusion of which can be drawn from their premises.
If it is sweet, approves of the match. If it is bitter, go away.
A first conditional sentence is a sentence that expresses an idea that might happen at some point in the future. It is something that is possible, but it certainly is unknown because it depends on another event. A first conditional sentence is a sentence that expresses an idea that might happen at some point in the future. It is something that possible, but it certainly is unknown because it depends on another event. For example, if it rains, I will not play outside. If I'm out to lunch, Brian will answer a call. I will wrap his present if he leaves. In a conditional sentence, you can reset the position of the clause like I will not play outside if it rains. Brian will answer calls if I'm out to lunch. The first conditional sentence can refer to the present moment in the future.
Honey, if you watch Albert tonight, I'll sign the application for NYU tomorrow. And then this time next year, you're going to be trick-or-treating the West Village.
A second conditional sentence is a sentence that can express two ideas. First, it might express things in the future that are unlikely to happen. Second, it is used to express an ideas that isn't true because it's impossible. The dependent clause of the second conditional begins with if and use the simple past tense. The independent clause of the second conditional use would plus the base form of verb. For example, if I were president, I would fix the system. If I won the lottery, I would travel to Bali. If they sold their house, they would be rich. Second conditional sentence refer to the present time.
I needed to see her because she was very, very sick. You said if I left early, I'd get fired. And she died before I made it to the hospital.
A third conditional sentence expresses a past idea that didn't occur. The third conditional sentence expresses an imagined result of the past event that didn't occur. In other words, it's unreal. The dependent clause of the third conditional begin with if and use the past perfect tense. The independent clause of the third conditional use would have plus the past participle of a verb. For example, if I had listened, I would have not gotten lost. If you had studied, you would have passed the exam. I would have wrapped his present if he had left. Third conditional sentence referred to the past.
If he had lived, and I had a choice, I think I wouldn't let him drown.
So far it's understandable? Okay, it's time to do your exercise. Count your knowledge.